Hi, my name is Carla, and I'm contacting you today to discuss diabetes mellitus, physical examination, diagnosis, and treatment. I'll just be briefly describing each one, but a physical examination of a patient that presents with diabetes mellitus would possibly have a patient complaining of excessive thirst, excessive hunger, and frequent or excessive urination. They also could come in and present as a fatigued, general malaise. They could have vision disturbances. They could even be in ketoacidosis in type 1. For type 2, they may complain of these same things because they have the same metabolic pathways, but they may also mostly adults, and they mostly have a sedentary lifestyle, and they may have an apple or obese shape to them. Um, yes. So let's talk a little bit more about testing, because physical examination also, I should say, could be asymptomatic. It could be nothing, but testing is one way to determine what is really going on with diabetes. The diagnosis is the same for all the types. We're going to be specifically just talking about type 1, type 2, not covering gestational um, for treatment here. So the tests that they use include the glycated hemoglobin A1C test, the fasting plasma glucose test, and the glucose tolerance test, the oral glucose tolerance test. The A1C test measures average blood sugar levels over 2 to 3 months. And A1C below 5.7 is normal. Between 5.7 and 6.4 is positive for prediabetes. And 6.5% or higher is positive for diabetes. The fasting blood sugar glucose level measures the blood sugar in an overnight period. Fasting blood sugar level of 99 milligrams per deciliter is normal. 100 to 125 is pre, and 126 or higher is positive for diabetes. Then you have the oral glucose test, the oral glucose tolerance test. In this test, is used to measure blood sugar before and after a liquid drink that contains glucose. It requires a patient to fast overnight before the test and have blood drawn to determine the fasting blood sugar level, after which the patients will drink the liquid and have the blood sugar level checked 1 hour, 2 hours, possibly 3 hours afterwards. At 2 hours, a blood sugar level of 140 or lower is considered normal. 140 to 199 is prediabetes, and 200 or higher is diabetes. All right. So let's talk about treatment. Testing is how you find out whether you're positive for diabetes or whether you have a pre-diabetic condition. See your medical advisor about that. Treatment. Patients with diabetes can delay or prevent complications by maintaining near normal blood glucose levels of 70 to 140. Basically, you want to control this condition by keeping the levels right there. Too high, you're going to have hyperglycemia, excessive issues in the blood. Too low, 60 below, you're going to have hypoglycemia. You get too little blood glucose. And both conditions could cause short-term and long-term complications. Okay? Prevention is what you're trying to do. You're trying to keep a balance. You're trying to prevent becoming too low and as well as becoming too high at all times. How do you do that? You do that by modifying your lifestyle. Okay, you start implementing a diet that's has a low glycemic index, which takes into account the carbohydrates. Okay, that you're the healthy carbohydrates that you're eating. You also want to exercise. You want health maintenance. You want to always know how your feet are doing. Are you able to feel in your fingers? Do you feel any funny things in your legs? You want to know, are there any ulcers? You want to know, are there are you having are you having excessive thirst still? Are you losing weight still? These things will be monitored and treated by things that are healthy, such as exercise, diet, mostly, and monitoring. The patient monitoring. The patient will be monitoring their blood glucose, trying to maintain that range until they get a healthy all clear from their doctor, which could be done. This disease can be reversed in many patients. There's one other aspect, which is medications. Medications by your medical team, because of you may be a little too high or a little too low. Everybody's different. Medications are the last line of defense. You want to try to moderate this first by diet and exercise. Well, that's all I want to say because of my time here today. I want to thank you for the time and the consideration. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.